If you're used to trading football matches using correct score and maybe one other market, you may find at times that you have difficulty working out what your profit and loss may be if you place more than one bet on several scores. So this spreadsheet here will allow you to bet in just correct score or correct score and one other market down at the bottom here, and you can either place single bets and just Dutch everything, or you can use this other side over here to place multiple bets. And you can see in these columns here, that column will show what you should see on your Betfair screen, and column H there shows your profit and loss after commission across both markets. So let's have a look at the sheet and just see what the inputs are. Now, if you input some odds in under that Dutching column at column B, you'll just get some Dutching stakes. I'll just put a couple in, and so if you hit a winner with those, you get an equal profit or loss. Look, in this example, 34.31, or you lose your total stakes of 13.89, which are shown at the bottom there, the bottom of your stakes. And if you can adjust the size of your stakes using that cell there, put it up to 75 for instance, all the stakes have increased. If we lower it back down to 50, you see them go down. Okay, so if you need to hedge out at any time, any one of those or all of them, just put your lay odds in there. Maybe they've gone down to 8 or something, and the sheet will show you a lay stake. You've now got a bet and layer of 0.1, and you'll see your profit from your hedge, from your bet and lay there in column J. And that profit and the profit or loss from these other two scores is shown in column H there after commission deductions. Okay, so that's if you just want to place single bets and just use this balance staking of Dutching. Now there's another market down there, you might go in over 2.5 or something, so just type that in there. You can use any market you like down here. You can put, I've got 8 rows of inputs, so you can maybe do half-time score or something like that. So put your odds in there for over 2.5 goals, whatever they might be. I don't know, maybe they're 2.5 or something. And whatever's happening down here, you can hedge out here. Maybe you get some higher odds in there to make a loss. And whatever happens in there is combined with what's happening up there, so you can see your position across the whole market. So if you hit the winner up here somewhere, just look along that row and see what the profit or loss is. Or if the game ends 1-1 for instance, you'll be on a loss of 19.31. If it ended 0-2, you'd be on a profit of 28.58. So if it was over 2.5 goals, which is some of these scores here, you'll be losing 19.31 there in that case. Perhaps you managed to lay at maybe 1.5 or something like that. So you get a profit there for that part of the trade, and you can see your profit or loss again in column H. Now we'll just go back a little bit and just get rid of these lay stakes. Perhaps you wanted to bet something else, or if say you want to put another bet on 0-2. So you go down over here now and have a look at 0-2, and you've already got a bet of odds at 9 and for £5.56, so you need to put those in there, 9 and 5.56. And whatever you put in these columns here appears in these override columns here. So if you miss out, if you mistype that for instance, if say put 10 in there, your stake would go to 10 there. So this, whatever appears in these columns here overrides what you've already got in there. So just go back a little bit. So you've already bet. I'll just get rid of those. You've already bet odds of 9 for £5.56, so I'll put those in there, 9 and 5.56. And then if you place another bet, put that down below. Maybe you're betting at 10 now, and maybe just putting £2 on there. Now that will be added now to what you've already got in there, which was your odds of 9 and £5.56, and we've got some new odds there that combines the two odds and combines the odds and the stakes, so they now got odds of 9.26, which are entered there as your override odds now, and your total stakes are 7.56, which are in there now, and there it is. So whatever's happening on 0-2 now is all sorted out by what you've put in here. Now if you bet it again, say you get odds of 15 or something, and you put a tenner on it. Well, let's put some real big odds in. I mistyped that, sorry. You've now got some new odds because you've got new odds and stakes entered, and so those stakes are added together to make 17.56 up there, and you've got your odds of £12.53 up there now. So whatever you do here is transferred up here, and it overrides whatever you've got associated with that Dutching input there. Now if you want to put another bet on there, all you got to do is make a note of that 12.53 and 17.56, put them in the top. 12.53 and 17.56, delete those, you don't need those anymore, and then you can just carry on betting again. So maybe get odds of, maybe it's gone down now, you get odds of 6, and you want to put maybe a tenner on that. You get some new odds again, 10.16 transferred up to there, and your total now 27.56 is in there now, look, and that's your bet stake. So this is your return along that row there for 0-2. Okay, now you might want to hedge out. Maybe you've got your odds of 10, maybe get out with odds of 8, so you hedge out, and it tells you to lay £35 to equalise that part of your trade, and it gives you a hedge profit of 7.44 against 0-2. Okay, so that's how you can place more than the 3 bets that are shown in there. You don't have to stick with the balance staking of Dutching all the time. You can put in your own stake size if you wish. So if you wanted to bet on 1-0 for instance, just go down here, and maybe their odds are at I don't know, 12 or something, and maybe you put a fiver on that. And so if you input your odds and stake over on the right here, it will put them in straight away up there without using the balance staking of Dutching. But if you want to carry on with your Dutching stakes on some other score, maybe 2-0, you can input some odds in there, maybe they're at 15, and you'll carry on with the Dutching stake for that. So unless you input things over on the right, you're okay to use the balance staking of Dutching in that column there. But once you start inputting things over on the right, anything you've got associated with your Dutching stakes, Dutching odds there, will be overwritten by what you put in over on the right there. If you look at the bets that we've got placed so far, we've got over 2.5 goals in the bottom market there, and above here all these other scores that I've put in so far are under 2.5 goals. Now this spreadsheet cannot show you the correct profit and loss if you bet the same thing in both markets. So if you were to bet something up here, for instance, which contains more than 2.5 goals, maybe you went for a score of 2-1 and put a bet in there, the profit and loss shown in the sheet would be incorrect, because you would have bet the same thing over 2.5 goals in both parts of the sheet. So you must be very careful to not duplicate anything. So if you're betting over 2.5 goals here down in the bottom, you must not bet over 2.5 goals in the top part as well. So be very careful of that. So if you're under if you're over 1.5 goals here and you'd bet 2 goals there, for instance, and 2 goals there, the profit and loss shown in the sheet will not be correct. So you must be very careful not to bet the same thing twice. So another example would be if you bet the draw in match odds in the bottom part, and then you started betting just if you hadn't bet anything in here, if you just started betting 1-all and 0-0 up here or something, you would have bet the same thing twice, because you would have bet the draw down there and you would have bet draw scores up here as well. So you must not do that. The spreadsheet cannot cope with that. And if you hit the winner in one part of the spreadsheet, it treats everything else in the other part of the spreadsheet as a loser. So that's just how the spreadsheet works. You cannot have the same thing in both parts of the sheet. Okay, we'll carry on. You may have noticed that as I typed the draw in there, it appeared over there automatically. So if we put anything in that third one there, if we put I don't know, hello over there on the left, it appears over there on the right there. So you can label these up as you wish here and find them over there to put your bets in. And these cells go further down, so you can scroll down there, and they go down as far as 3-0, and that's carried on up at the top with 3-1, 3-2, 3-3, and the any others, and the bottom part of the sheet is below there. Now if you want to retain the headers, you just drag that. I've got a video that tells you how to do this. You can drag the top bit down there and just put the line there, and then if you click in the top bit, you'll be working in the top bit. Hold up an arrow down, you can see the top bit looking all cocked up there, look. So I'll arrow back up. So if you get that situation, it's just that you're working in the top bit, so you need to click in the bottom bit down here, and then as you arrow down there, on any column, you can see the headers at the top are retained no matter where you go to, look. So you can line it all up. Once you put your bets in down here, which are off screen, down there maybe, somewhere down here in these lower scores, you can arrow back up and line up your headers so that you can see all the spreadsheet all nice and tidy. Now if you find this annoying and you don't want to use this, just left click on it, get that little, you can see that little equal sign with arrows top and bottom there, look, left click and just drag it up to the top to get rid of it. I have a video that describes how to do all that. So there we are. That's I forget what odds we had in there, 2.5 wasn't it? That's it. So there we are. That's how to input using the balance staking of Dutching by using that column, and override using these other columns here, and put as many bets in as you like. And if you need to hedge out, just enter your lay odds in there, and you get a lay stake to equalise whatever you've got on that particular row. And you can see almost what should appear in your Betfair screen and your profit and loss after commission deductions. Now there will be a few pence difference between what you see here and what you see in Betfair, because Betfair works to 2 decimal places, where Excel works to several decimal places and rounds up and down. So there will be a few pence difference in your profit and loss that you see eventually in your trades. Okay, so that is how to place several bets on anything across 2 markets and see the effect of commission across the whole of your trade. Okay, thanks for listening and good luck with your correct score trading.